Hello everyone. This is the pre-market report video for today, 14th August 2025 for the Indian stock market in terms of Nifty and Bank Nifty. If required, please pause and have a look. This table tells what each of the major analysts views the Tuesday's very low Indian consumer inflation number. Nomura said they're expecting 225 basis point rate cut, one in upcoming RBI's MPC meeting at October and another in December. Others like JM Financials, Barclays, Elara Capital and Nuvama more or less said that they are expecting the 25 basis point rate cut in October month, but they haven't mentioned anything about the December month. On the other hand, Kotak Institution and Carriage said they believe that RBI will do rate cut only if the GDP growth deteriorates. So overall, most analysts projected the rate cut in the coming MPC meeting, which is positive from the stock market perspective. In addition, global momentum itself positive as US got very good consumer inflation, which we discussed in detail in the last pre-market video. So Nifty opened positive and closed positive. However, market sentiment is still weak. We know we got this Trump tariff issue. In addition, persistent FII fund outflow and more important, Indian companies didn't post good earnings. So I won't say all good just based on one trading session. Just for info, because most investors are tracking India-US trade tensions, so this US President and Russian President meet outcome on the coming Friday likely will influence the market in the short term. Sector-wise, 9 out of 12 major sectors closed positive. Good earnings results by Alchem Lab and Zydus made the pharma to increase above 1.5%, followed by metal and auto was up above 1%. On the negative side, PSU Bank, FMCG and energy decreased marginally. Overall, the advanced decline ratio is 9:7, meaning for every 7 listed stocks decreased yesterday, 9 stocks increased, hence the market is broadly positive. However, still yesterday too, FI was net sellers. They net sold for 3,650 crore rupees and DAA net bought for 5,600 crore rupees. So those were the quick takeaway from the yesterday's Indian market. Then moving to US market, again because of the very good inflation number, CME Fed Watch tool projecting the chance of 25 basis point rate cut on the September month increased to 99.4%. Then on the October month also, CME tool projecting 68% chance for further 25 basis point rate cut on top of the September month cut projection, which makes the S&P 500 to open positive and hit the fresh all-time high value. However, when it moved closer to 6,500 mark, profit booking trimmed some of its gain. Dow Jones alone closed significantly positive above 1% thanks to the core company's good earnings. S&P 500 was up by 0.32% and Nasdaq increased marginally 0.14%. In case of VIX, it decreased 1.5% and moved to 14.5. Then about oil, US crude oil inventory increased over 3 million barrels, whereas analyst was expecting the decrease of over 600,000, which in turn reduced the oil price by near 1.5%. At the time of this video, WTI crude trading little above $62 per barrel and Brent crude trading little above $65 per barrel. Regarding Indian ADR, because of this rate cut optimism, both the IT stocks ADR increased near 2% and in addition, banking ADR and Reliance GDR also closed mild positive. Here, in the last 2 weeks, US-India tariff issue made the Indian IT stocks to have the negative near 1.5 to 2% dollar premium. So if we assume still we got those negative dollar premium means, then both IT stocks ADR got the positive difference of 1 to 2% and banking stocks also had the mild positive arbitrage difference. However, that positivity was not transferred to GIFT Nifty. Early morning today, it traded at 24,710, equating that with the spot market. For now, it's indicating the flat opening. Then moving to the new Indian market related info. First about Infosys, they set up the JV with the Australian telecommunication company to acquire 75% shareholding in the Versent Group. Just for info, Versent Group controls most of the Australian government cloud computing and also this enables Infosys to provide AI enabled cloud solutions for the other Australian business as well. Hence, we could expect Infosys to be on focus today. Then about ICICI Bank, from August 1st onwards, they introduced the higher minimum balance for the savings account, like 50,000 rupees for urban areas, 25,000 rupees for semi-urban, and 10,000 rupees for rural areas, which obviously customers don't like it. Hence, after the backlash last night, they revised it. So now the minimum balance for urban area will be 15,000 rupees, semi-urban 7,500 rupees, and rural area 2,500 rupees. I mean, just to give comparison, SBI and some other government banks offering the zero minimum balance. Honestly, I don't know it's positive or negative, but we can expect its influence on the stock price today. Then third, yesterday in the aftermarket hours, S&P Global released the press release that US tariff is not going to impact India's growth and it's no threat to any of the sovereign rating at all. I mean, S&P rating said that the foreign direct investment in India are not investing in India to export the goods to US. Rather, many of them investing in India because of the huge domestic market and growing middle class. So they believe it's not going to impact much kind, which seems good. In addition, Morgan Stanley also echoed the same remarks. Hence, in one day, two global major entities said that Trump tariff influence expects to impact minimum in Indian economy, which is good. Hopefully, this will provide some confidence to FII and potentially they might stop selling. Anyway, worth to know. Finally, Reliance Industries, BEL, HPCL, Bandhan Bank, REC, NHPC are turning ex-dividend today, so we could expect that related influence. As a summary, global momentum is good and most global market are trading positive. In line with that, Indian ADR also indicating the positive opening. However, for some reason, GIFT Nifty is not reflecting that. It's indicating a flat opening. Then, if you see the participant price open interest, yesterday in the index options, it was led by put options since 27% new open interest was added, whereas on the call side near 4% of the open interest unwound. So again from 0.78 PCR claimed back to little above 1. However, stance-wise, no major change. Client having net 9.7% of their open interest on the bullish side. On the other hand, FII and proprietary traders having net 5.6 and net 3.3% of their open interest respectively on the bearish side. If required, please pause and have a look. Future index stance-wise, no major change. Just for info, today is weekly expiry. Client favors the market to go up. On the other side, FII and proprietary traders favors the market to expire negative. Who is correct? Only time will tell. Moving on, as per stock open interest, Suzlon, LIC, Muthoot Finance, Oil India, Wipro, Colgate Palmolive and Kalyan Jewellers are some of the 37 stocks that got an increase in open interest along with a negative close indicating the short build up. On the other hand, Nuvama, Apollo Hospital, Nykaa, TVS Motors, Alchem Lab, Hero Motocorp and Manappuram Finance are some of the 100 stocks that got an increased open interest with a positive price close indicating the long build up. About the things to look out, Indian Oil, Amara Raja Batteries, Ashok Leyland, AstraZeneca, Glenmark, Vodafone Idea, Inox Wind and Patanjali Foods are some of the Indian companies' earnings results are still released today. Then about macro, during our market hours around 10 am, India's wholesale inflation is due. Then in the afternoon, UK and Europe's GDP growth data is still released. Finally, in the aftermarket hours for US weekly jobs data and US wholesale inflation PPI for July month are some of the important items we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, Nifty opened 100 points gap up and remained strong throughout the session, then closed above 24,600 mark. Thus on the daily chart, Nifty formed a bullish candle with both upper and lower shadow, indicating range bound trading with a positive bias. In addition, it appears to be inching closer to the midline of the Bollinger Band and RSI at 44 also showed a positive crossover. Furthermore, Nifty climbed above the 100x moving average 24,589, which is a positive sign, and this level can act as the immediate support with Tuesday's low 24,465 as the next key support. So as long as Nifty holds these support levels, most probably we could expect it to move up to 24,700 immediate resistance and then 24,800 to 24,850 a crucial resistance. In case of Bank Nifty, it opened around 300 points gap up, and similar to Nifty, it also traded higher within the previous day's range and closed above 55,100. Thus, on the daily chart, Bank Nifty formed a bearish candle with a minor lower shadow within the previous day's long red candle. Despite this, Bank Nifty managed to hold strongly onto 100-day moving average since August 7. This formation resembles a homing pigeon candlestick pattern typically seen after a downtrend and is generally considered as a bullish reversal signal. This suggests that sellers exhaustion, but we need more confirmation. In addition, RSI at 39 is on the verge of a positive crossover and indicates that the potential for a rebound may be building. Hence, the 100-day moving average zone 54,955 is expected to act as the key support area, and on the upside 55,500 to 55,600 zone will be a crucial resistance area. Regarding the options front, the maximum call option open was at 25,000 strike, followed by 24,700 and 24,800, with maximum new call option rating at 24,650 strike, and then 24,700 and 24,950. On the put side, the maximum open was at 24,600 strike, followed by 24,500 and 24,000, with maximum new put option rating at 24,600 strike, and then 24,500 and 24,550. Thus, from options data, it's suggesting that Nifty is expected to trade in the 24,500 to 24,800 range in the upcoming sessions. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video so that it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.